Welcome, folks, to a fantastic matchup that will continue the championship legacy of the proud Pacific 12 Conference that stretches back more than a decade. Welcome, folks, to Pasadena, California in the iconic Rose Bowl, one of the most majestic venues in all of sports. As we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Colorado State Rams, taking on a playoff team from last year, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Timeout call by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. Championship game with a pass. Looking deep on the very first play. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. The defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of the play. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense can be very aggressive at this moment. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down. The offense stays on the field in this opening drive. They'll go for it in their own territory. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it in the opening drive from their own territory. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. Look out, need to run here. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option.
Gutsy call here by this offense. Early in this game on a 4th down, they decide to go for it, and they come up with the first down to be able to move the sticks and keep this drive alive. The gutsy call pays off for the offense.
After a clutch conversion on 4th down, let's see if they keep feeding the running back here. Makes a quick catch. Taken away to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's a quick grab. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Caught by the receiver. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
The quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. The back's got it. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Looking deep to the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense facing 2nd and goal. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. The offense with 3 tight ends now in 1st down, trying to create a mismatch. Keeping it on the ground here. Fighting off the defender. And one takes it across the 30-yard line.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
They've got him, but not before making 1st down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. The short completion of the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with the that size difference.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And there's the handoff. He goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, they run it right into a blitz. And that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. What a play.
Well, they come out of that nickel package, and the move pays off, gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. They'll hand it off. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. They'll look to throw it here on second down. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that ball.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it second and medium. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Throws to the tight end. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Ball handed off. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. Third and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Well, Kirk, it's UNLV with the lead now. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Tight end goes in motion. Looking to pass here on second down. On the move now. Looking to scramble now.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
yards on that third down completion. Sets up a fourth down.
Obviously, you're going to throw the football on third down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big fourth down.
So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Straight down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Caught over the middle. Trying to use the stiff arm there, but the defense corrals him quickly.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
That completion makes it second and medium. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Has the first down and more. He's in the clear. At the 20. Past the 10. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Chris, you know how I feel about the option. If there isn't any penetration, this is a dangerous play for the defense to try to defend. The quarterback's able to get to the edge, draw the defender towards him, and then deal it out to the running back, who's got a lot of room on the outside to run.
It's a new set of downs, and it's first and goal for the offense. And they hand it off to the back. The junior able to bring him down quickly. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Ball sits at the 2-yard line for third and goal. Pitches to the back. He fights in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well, that's great execution in the touchdown here for the offense. How about the core defense? They take away the dive. They take away the quarterback. They think they have everything defended. And then he pitches it out on his last option. And they don't have anybody there to stop him from scoring a touchdown.
Extra point makes the lead 11. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout when they check it out. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. State offense is back out there now. It's hard to win these games just kicking field goals. They need to find the end zone here, some urgency. First down, looking to throw the football. With the catch, it's Marchuk. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
Second down after that completion. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Second down, we're going to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Marchuk. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Rams.
What a touchdown here by this offense. I'm going to tell you something. This is what separates the men from the boys right here as a quarterback. He knows he's going to get hit. Looks downfield, keeps his eyes focused, makes the throw, takes the hit, and they get the touchdown. Beautiful.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback keeps it here. It's the first and still running. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, he keeps it on the option, and it's not always the big play. It's sometimes just getting the first down. Does a nice job of knowing where he needed to go. And we got a new set of downs.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it. Mack gets the carry. Gets into space at the 50. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
Big plays like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
First and 10 play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
The offense takes a big shot here downfield. I thought they may have a chance, but the defender makes an unbelievable play to get a hand on the ball and knock it away.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets sets up a 3rd and 7.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and to keep him short of the first down.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to get this 3rd down. Back to the road for the first down. Looking late, this one out of bounds, but not before picking it up for a first down.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first down. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're playing very efficiently right now.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Fights through a tackle. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Fake, looking to throw. Bring the pressure, and down he goes.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Running back with the football. First down, looking for more now. Touchdown, UNLV. This offense is still clicking.
But it was just a matter of time till this guy found the seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that 2nd and 3rd level, and with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start at the 25. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Now it's 2nd down here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Defense is coming after him. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football.
That pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
The incompletion sets up a 3rd down and 2. there on the ground. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. The Rams come to the line in a hurry-up. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Looking to throw it on first down. He escapes the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Receiver in motion now. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Moves out of the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. The pocket breaking down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And the Rams will send the punt team onto the field. Fielded near the 20. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. And the back gets the football. Powers through. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And now the running back's got it again. Breaks loose at the 40. Here he goes. Inside the 20. Inside the 10. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Rebels.
Oh, man, these guys will not be stopped. You're talking about putting up points before halftime and then really putting some distance on the scoreboard. This defense is officially reeling.
And the extra point makes it an 18-point game, 28-10. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. It's like the final play of the half coming up. Here's the handoff. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. Here comes the Colorado State offense on the field. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Catch made in space. Look out. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting close to the midfield.
And there's the tight end. Shows off his hands.
First down here for this offense. They're going to run it. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Pre-snap motion from the offense. On third down, he drops to throw. On the move now. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Movement here from the tight end. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught in the flat by the running back. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Second down after that short completion. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Makes the catch and gets his foot down. What a play. Good for a first down.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Motion now from the tight end. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for his back. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw. This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Back to throw again. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, he misfires again. 3 in a row.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't. But the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Returner looking to make a play here. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Offense back out there. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. And the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to scramble. Fires it on the move. Makes the catch downfield. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The complexion of this drive suddenly changing. One massive play, and they're closing in on the red zone now with the first down. He shreds the tackle. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Important second down play coming up. We'll give it to the running back.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Now it's third and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Out of the gun now on third down. Grabbed by the receiver. He's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. The distance will be from 38 yards out. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. It'll start at the 25. first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
First down, looking to throw the ball. It's an out route, the catch made. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. First down, looking to throw the football. Finds his man. It's Marshall. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the completion made. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Well, Cook, it's UNLV with the lead now. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Looking for a man. Tight end makes the grab. Makes the catch at the 10-yard line. Offense threatening now.
What's been all passing all the time on this drive. This guy's 5 for 5, and now they're sitting at 1st and goal.
Looking to throw yet again. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Brought down at the 7. Conversion moves him closer to the goal line.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. Just have to be smart.
It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Let's go. And the wideout goes in motion. Handoff inside, looking for the touchdown. Nothing doing on that play. The big D-tackle there for the stop.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, they're going to come up short of the end zone, and now they've got an interesting dilemma on their hands. Down by a couple possessions, do they go for a field goal and hope to get the ball back with a chance potentially to win the game? Or this close, do they pull the trigger and take a chance to get the 6 points now?
Field goal here doesn't help the cause. They're going to go for the touchdown here on 4th down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Well, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
Extra point splits the uprights. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Rebels offense back out on the field. The last possession is settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. They're trying to run it with the option. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're going to run this option play, you've got to be the one that's dictating the tempo. I feel like the defense right now is doing that. They did a nice job of getting to the quarterback. He didn't get many yards at all here.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. First down and still motoring. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. First and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Running through the tackle. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because he can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. Going to have to go back to the drawing board.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Breaks loose at the 45. They pick up enough for the first half. Football goes to the 45. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. They're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. Grinding away with the running game. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
This is the 6th play on the drive. QB keeper all the way. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Critical moment of this conference championship. 3rd and short on the 7th play of the drive. They'll run the option. He finds some space. It's a solid game there. He keeps it and picks up the first down himself.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
That huge play sets up a great opportunity. 1st and goal just outside the 5. Wide receiver gets a shot on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, UNLV.
You know, some people get really upset when you run up the score like this, but for most of the players out there, I think they get it. When you're ahead, you want to win by 100, and when you're behind, you just want it to end.
Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 during the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. That's caught. It's Marshall. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for a late deep shot. And that one's picked off. What a play. Could take it all the way. Making people miss. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Offense back out on the field now. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. They'll run it here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Deep shot toward the end zone. The pass is intercepted. He could go. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense. What a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves conference champions. That's a tremendous achievement, but we have to wait and see what the committee decides to do and if they'll get an invite to the college football playoff. And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.